Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today I think your study has been started, so there will be some problems in the first chapter. I have discussed the first chapters, class 12 in mathematics, and in the first chapter you have studied relation and function, types of the function. So while you are studying, there will be some problems. So I will discuss today. These are the problems regarding the relation and functions. Laterally I will solve these problems. Just watch and just understand about the methods, which type of the method is used in which type of the questions. So the first question is fx equal to x square, or check for injectivity and surjectivity. Injectivity means 1 1, okay, surjectivity means onto. So you have to decide which function is injective, which function is onto. First question is fx equal to x square, where f n to n, here the main important things. F n to n means you have to give a domain as a natural number, and codomain is also natural number, okay. Second question, the function is same but domain are different, okay. f r to r means domain are the real numbers and codomain is also a real number, okay. Next, third, fx equal to x square, same question, and here again domain and codomain has been changed. So f z to z set of integer, okay. Next, fourth question is fx equal to x cube, fn to n, fn to n, again the codomain and domain are the natural number. And last question is fx equal to x cube, f z to z, again z is a set of integer. So one by one I will discuss the problem. First question is, I have taken the first problem is fx equal to x square. Now you have to check for injectivity or surjectivity, okay. Now for 1 1, I have told two types of the method. First the mathematically, second by the graphical method, okay. So mathematically, for every x1 x2, fx1 equal to fx2, then what is the value of fx1? Here fx equal to x square, so fx1 is x1 square, very good. fx2 is x2 square. Now transferring x1 square minus x2 square equals to 0. Now factorize it, x1 minus x2, x1 plus x2 equal to 0. So there will be a condition, the multiplication of the two factors is equal to 0. Either this factor will be 0 or this factor will be 0. So let us consider this factor. Since x1 plus x2 cannot be equal to 0, why? Why? Because the sum of two natural number never be equal to 0. The sum of two natural number never be equal to 0, okay. So 101% there will be 0, x1 minus x2 equals to 0. So x1 equal to x2. We have taken fx1 equal to fx2, then x1 equal to x2. I think this is the condition to be a 1 1. So this function is 1 1. This function is 1 1, okay. Now for onto means surjectivity. what have I told for surjectivity? How can I prove this function as a surjectivity? Okay, so earlier I have discussed, take fx as y. Okay, now y equal to x square. Now you have to find x. You have to find x. Then x is equal to root of y. And what is x? X is the domain. X belongs to natural number. Okay, so this content must be natural number. If it is natural number, then it is onto, otherwise no. Okay, so since root of y does not belongs to natural number, suppose that we have taken y is also, codomain is also given, codomain is also given a natural number. So we take y equals to 2. So root of 2 doesn't belongs to natural number. Root 2 is not a natural number. So fx equal to x square in f n to n is not surjective. Okay, it's not surjective. Now let us see second problem. If the domain and codomain are interchanged. Okay, now if the function is given fx equal to x square, where f r to r is a real number and domain is real number, codomain is also real number. Okay, now for 1 1, okay, for every x1 x2, if fx1 equal to fx2 means x1 equals to x2, this should be for the 1 1. So fx1, what is the value of fx1? This is x1 square equal to x2 square. So x1 minus x7 square minus x2 square equal to 0. Okay, so factorize it, x1 minus x2 and x1 plus x2 equal to 0. So is this factor 0? Is x1 plus x2 0? Is x1 plus x2 equal to 0? Yes. If x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to minus 1, then x1 plus x2 equal to 0. Okay, so x1 equal to minus x2, but x1 not equal to minus x2, or x1 not equal to x2. So f is not 1 1. F is not 1 1. Okay, now for the onto, okay, y equal to x square is given in f of r to r. In the real number there are negative and positive, both numbers exist. Okay, so x equal to root of y. If we take real number, any such real number who ruled out this relation. Okay, if y equal to minus 1, because this belongs to real number. Okay, so x equal to root of minus 1, and root of minus 1 doesn't belongs to real number. Doesn't belongs to real number. Okay, so f is not onto. So in the domain of FR2R, this function neither injective nor surjective. Okay. Now, third is fx equal to x square, where domain and codomain is given set of integers. Set of integers. Set of integer means negative integer and positive integer. Okay. First for 1 1. For 1 1. For every x1 x2, fx1 equal to fx2. Now the value of fx1 x1 square equal to x2 square. So x1 minus x2 the same as earlier, x1 plus x2 equal to 0. Again set of natural number, set of integer. There will be two set of integer, negative 1 and positive 1, negative 2, positive 2, and since x1 plus x2 equal to 0 in the case of if x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to minus 2. So x1 plus x2 equal to 0, then x1 equal to minus x2. Hence we can say that x1 not equal to x2. x1 not equal to x2. So f is not 1 1. F is not 1 1. The same procedure for the onto. Since fx equal to x square, this is equal to y. Now x equal to root of y. Root of y, here x belongs to z. X belongs to z and y belongs to z. Codomain and domain is also from the set of integers. If y equal to 3, then x equal to root of 3. Root of 3 doesn't belongs to z. Okay, so f is not onto. Hence accept the domain and codomain as a natural number. In both cases, function neither injective nor onto. Okay. Next, if the function is given, fourth question is fx equal to x cube f of n to n. F of n to n. Here for 1 1. For 1 1. Now for every x1 x2, if fx1 equal to fx2 and the value of fx1 is x1 cube, value of fx2 is x2 cube. So x1 cube minus x2 cube equal to 0. Now use the identity of a cube minus b cube. So x1 minus x2 and x1 plus x1 square plus x2 square plus x1 x2 equal to 0. Again the same situation here. Either this will be 0 or this will be 0. Okay. Let us consider this factor. Choose any value from the natural number. After putting them in this factor, is this factor 0? Okay. This is squaring function, this is squaring function, so never be negative, never be negative. never be negative. Okay, so if we take negative and positive both, the both term is positive, both term will be positive, and x1 into x2 will be negative. If we can choose, we choose the different sign, either -1 and +1. Okay, here if x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to -1, then what will be x1 square plus x2 square plus x1 x2. This is 1 square plus 1 square minus 1. This cancel, 1 not equal to 0. So in any cases, x1 square plus x2 square plus x1 x2 never equal to 0. Okay, so 101% x1 minus x2 equal to 0. So x1 equal to x2, hence it is 1 1. It is 1 1. Okay, so for onto take fx as y equal to x cube. Now x equal to cube root of y. Here what is x, what is y? X belongs to natural number, y belongs to natural number. Okay, so if we take y equal to 2, then x equal to cube root of 2 doesn't belongs to natural number. So fx is not onto. Okay, so the fifth question, last question, is just for you. Just try to solve it. Okay, now another problem we are taking now. Consider f of r plus 2 minus 5 to infinity. Okay, given y fx equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Show that f is invertible and also find its inverse. Okay, now just I'm going to tell a short way to find the invertible, to verify the invertible function, either you have to show or not. So the given function is fx equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. If the function is given in quadratic form, then you have to do one things. Okay, first just make a complete square. Make a complete square. Now I wish to discuss about the invertible function. There are two ways. What is the invertible function? The function which has its inverse, and it is when possible if the function is bijective. Bijective means 1 1 onto 1 1 onto. Okay, so there are two ways to find the invertible function. First, just prove it for 1 1 and 2. Second, find its composition, find the composite function of fx and gx. What is fx? Fx given. What is gx? Gx is the inverse function. Gx is the inverse function. If we apply the composition of fx and gx, if the composition of fx and gx is equal to identity function, then it will be invertible. It will be invertible. So you can choose any way. Okay, so I think this is the simpler way to find the composition of the two functions fx or gx. Now we have to search inverse function as gx. Now even only fx is given, only fx is given. Now you have to search gx. Okay, let us see how. Take fx as y, so y equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Okay, now make a complete square of the quadratic function. So first term, start the first term. We can write 9x square as 3x whole square plus 2 into 3x, here 3x, here 3x, and except just leave it 2 leave. Then after leaving 2 and 3x, there will be only one term here we can write. So 2 into 1 into 3x. So square 1 and add and subtract minus 5. Okay, the same simple process. First you have to make the complete square the first term. We can write 9x square as a 3x whole square. Okay, now separate 2 and from the 6x, 2 into 3x, and what is the smallest number? After multiply by we getting the 6x, so 2 into 3x into 1, so 2, just leave it 2 and leave 3x. What is the number is remaining? So 1 is remaining, so just square and add and subtract. Both process you have to do. So 1 square minus 1 square, and 5 minus 5 is also remaining here. So a square plus b square plus 2ab, sorry, plus 2ab. This is the 3x plus 1 whole square, 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6, here y. Now transfer it. Y plus 6 equal to 3x plus 1 whole square. Okay, now take it first equation. So 3x plus 1 is equal to root of y plus 6. Okay, so 3x equal to root of y plus 6 minus 1. So x equal to 1 upon 3 root of y plus 6 minus 1. This is f inverse y, this is gy. So if gy equal to 1 by 3 into root of x y plus 6 minus 1, so gx, what will be gx? Gx is root of y plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. Sorry, here x plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. Now you have fx and gx both. Fx and gx both. Now find the composition of the both function. Now f of gx, we can write f of gx as f of gx. What is the value of gx? So root of x plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. Now suppose these all terms as z, so we will get fz. Now what is fz? So you have to take that terms of the fz or fx, which is the completing square, here. Fx is given 9x square plus 6x minus 5. I think fx is 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6. Okay, so you have to use this fx. Okay, now 3z plus 1, 3x plus 1 whole square, 3z plus 1 whole square minus 6. Now put the value of z. 3 in bracket root x plus 6 minus 1 by 3 okay, plus 1 whole square minus 6, okay. 3z, this is the value of 3z plus 1, 3z plus 1, where the value of z here we have taken, okay. Now cut 3 by 3, okay. Now root of x plus 6 minus 1 plus 1 minus 6, okay. This is cancel out, here whole square. Now the root of x plus 6 whole square is equal to x plus 6 minus 6. This is cancel out, equal to x. This is value of fog. So this will be IB. This will be IB. Okay, second set. Now again, now the same process you will find G of x. Okay, we can write G of g of fx. What is the value of fx? You have to take fx as 3x plus 1 whole square. So g of 3x plus 1 whole square minus 6. Okay, now take this whole function as p. Okay, so you get gp. What will be gp from gx? Root of p plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. Now put the value of p, okay, root here 3x plus 1 whole square, okay, minus 6 here plus 6 minus 1 whole divided by 3. This plus 6 minus 6 is cancelled out, okay. Now 3x plus 1 whole square of the root. So this will be 3x plus 1 minus 1 whole divided by 3. This minus 1 plus 1 cancel out. Now 3x by 3, this will equal to x. This is the identity function, and this is the value of G of x. This is the value of G of x. This will equal to IA. Regarding the function f, A for A is the domain of the f, B is the domain of G. Okay, so this is if fog and GOPS gives the identity function, then it will be invertible. Since fog of x equal to GOP of x equal to I, so f is invertible function. Okay, now the last question is that FR2R let fx2y be the invertible function show that f has unique inverse. Such type of the problem we solve by the contradiction method. Okay, you have to prove the inverse is unique. F has a unique inverse. Okay, now you have to suppose against just what have to find. Okay, let function has not a unique inverse. Let function has not a unique inverse. So there will be more than one inverse. To prove this, we use contradiction. Okay, let f has not a unique inverse, whereas 2 inverse, let G1 and G2. Let G1 and G2. Since G1 be the inverse of F, so what will be F of G1? What will be F of G1? Earlier I have proved F of G1, that means this should be I, means identity function, because the F is given as invertible function. Again, since G2 be the inverse of F, so F of G2x, this should be I, number 2. Now watch the first and second. Both have RHS as I. So from the first and second, if RHS are equal, then LHS will be also equal. So F of G1x equal to F of G2x. Okay, so F of G1x equal to F of G2x. Okay, now so G1x equal to G2x. So G1 equal to G2. So our supposition is wrong. We have taken the F has not a unique inverse, whereas two inverses G1 and G2. But at last we have proved G1 equal to G2. That means there is no more than one inverse of the function G1 and G2, both are equal. So F has a unique inverse. So F has unique inverse. Okay. So the last problem is, if F R to R defined by Fx equal to x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, show that F is surjective, not injective. F is surjective, not injective. Not injective. Okay. Now Fx is given x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. So let us see graphically. Okay, here the value of x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. The maximum value of x is 3, then 2, then 1. Okay, this is y, this is x. Now if x equals to 1, then whole function will be 0. Again, if x equals to 2, then whole function is 0. X equal to 3, whole function is 0. So here 1, here 2, here 3. Okay. So if we take x between 1 and 2, more than 1, if 1 less than x less than 2, then what will be? If 1 less than x means more than 1, x more than 1 less than 2. If x more than 1, this will be positive, this will be negative, this will be negative. Okay, this will be negative, x is more than 1. Okay, this will be positive, this is negative, this is negative. So negative and negative, after multiplying, it will become in positive. So this graph here, now between 2 and 3, so more than 2, 2 less than x less than 3, More than 2, this will be positive, this will be positive, this will be positive, and more than 2 but less than 3, this will be negative. So this is value here. Okay, so this is the graph of fx equal to x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Now check for injectivity. If we draw the line parallel to x-axis, here there are two intersecting point, so this is not injective. The fx is not injective. Okay, now if we draw the line parallel to y-axis, there is only one point at the curve of the line parallel to y-axis. So line drawn parallel to y-axis intersect at unique point. So f is on 2 means surjective. Okay, so the given function is surjective but not injective. Okay, thank you. Next chapter I will start within 1 or 2 days. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.